My name is Tony Visconti. I'm a record producer and a bass player and a musician of all sorts. I've produced some very obscure people in the UK, David Bowie, Phil Lynott, Thin Lizzy, T-Rex. I'm only kidding, they're not obscure. They're great, great artists, and I was certainly at the right place at the right time. I played the bassist of the world, normal pitch, but I don't think even David Bowie could sing that high anymore, and certainly Glenn Gregory, our lead singer, doesn't want to sing as high as it was in the original recording. So we all dropped our instruments down a tone. And now I've got a hip shot on my D strings, so I flip that in. My little SG is putting out a low C, something you hear on like 5-string basses. And the Ashdown's handling it beautifully. It makes it sound really big. Truthfully, in the UK, our audience was David Bowie fans, and from all demographics, ages. The grandparents were bringing their grandchildren to those gigs, and the grandchildren knew all the words, singing along with us. So the secret to our success is you have to have some David Bowie people in the audience. But I have seen converts as well, because the music is so fabulous. I mean, David Bowie is just about one of the greatest songwriters who've ever lived in our pop world. And the Man Who Sold the World simply wasn't heard enough. So you can hear people's jumped in on David Bowie during Let's Dance, so they might have jumped in at Ziggy Stardust or later albums, but Young Americans, But when they hear this album, it's just fantastic that they see that how it's a very dark and dense album. And lyrically, it goes to forbidden places and all that. And the music even has that kind of dark, foreboding atmosphere to it. Every song in the show, either Woody played or Woody and I played together. So we're not really a tribute band. We are the band. We're the guys who originated the material. Woody wrote his own drum parts. I wrote my own bass parts. But it's such a pleasure to be joined by two amazing guitarists, James Stevenson and Paul Cuddiford, who grew up in that Mick Ronson worship mode. I mean, they grew up at a perfect time, and they heard Mick's iconic playing and all that. So they have the Gibsons, they have the strings, they have the wah-wah pedals, and now these wonderful amps that they're playing through. And they get the sound. The reason why we use two guitarists is because Mick often played 2 or 3 guitars on a track. He did his own double tracking, his harmony parts and all that. So we bring to you something that's really classic and new. I've lost count. Maybe it's album number 13 for me, maybe it's number 14. But we've made a lot of records. And I think on Blackstar, we finally put it all together and used everything we know. It's a real amazing record, and I hope you like it.